All right, this first news story comes to us from the PlayStation blog, written by Gillen McAllister. Take everything we're about to read here with a grain of salt, because apparently can't trust anything they write over there on PlayStation blog. I guess we could have talked about that this week, but it felt a little redundant. Basically, remember last week we talked about the article with Neil Druckmann, made some statements about AI, made some statements about how their next game is going to be the second coming of Christ and all that.
As is every Naughty Dog game.
Yeah. Well, we talked about last week how he came out and he's like, I didn't quite say it like that. And he shared the full transcript of what he actually said, not the edited down version that went on PlayStation blog. And then it wasn't even like 2 days later, PlayStation straight up apologizes to Neil Druckmann publicly, pulls the entire interview down, just nukes it, gone. And it was just like, we regret, what we did, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Is this whole thing basically the bottom line is...
Imagine the sway you have to be able to make full-on big PlayStation pull an interview, dude.
PlayStation just tail between their legs, just ran off.
Sorry, Neil. Sorry.
Oh, man. Wild. So
the phone call behind the scenes must have been crazy. He must have been just using every word in the book.
The only thing I could think of is like, that guy got fired. I don't know who wrote that, the interview,
he's out of here.
He's
out of here.
He's having a rough go right now, unfortunately. So, yeah, so that was a little joke I was making here. Let's see how much we can actually trust this what's revealed state of play article. All right. I mean, this article starts off right. Here's the big dog. We're the big hitter right here at the top of the list. So this is in order on how it was announced, because this was actually the last thing announced. But Astrobot is back in a supersized space adventure, his biggest to date. In this brand new game, you will explore 6 galaxies and over 80 levels in search of Astro's scattered crew. The game launches this September 6th with pre-orders beginning June 7th. That's right, Astrobot's back, baby. He's getting the game he deserves.
There we go.
The respect he deserves. And my favorite thing about this is that people are actually playing the game now. Like, have you seen that on Twitter? I feel like it's been a wave of people being like, all right, I guess I'll give it a shot. And people loving it. People are really enjoying it for the most part. Right? I don't know.
I'm fine with that.
It's just me. Yeah, it's great. I even some of our people who follow our show, they were watching the live stream, and I was, we talked about it big on last week's episode. I talked about it during the live reaction. And then in the Discord, I saw it was a Crimson, I believe, mentioned that, it says, you guys got me curious to finally give Astro's Playroom a chance.
And then what happened? He played it, got to the credits and said, oh, yeah, this is actually rad.
Yeah, he says, I think you're both onto something when you say it's the best PS5 game. I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. I'm stoked for the follow-up in September.
Because it is.
Boom, that's right. It's up there. It's up there. So if you haven't played Astro's Playroom, what are you doing?
I said this, I tweeted this a little while ago when the news was coming out and when like everybody was talking about it. I said, if you tell me you have a PS5 and you haven't played Astro's Playroom, to me, you don't have a PS5. I feel like that's a rite of passage. You have to play that game.
Right.
It is.
Yeah. Like, honestly, the PlayStation shouldn't even work until you finish Astro's Playroom.
Like, it should. Like, that's like you to the main menu.
That's
you
the
can't
tutorial.
buy anything else until you finish Astro.
Yeah, it's a mandatory tutorial to even turn on your PlayStation. Like, it should turn on, go to Astro's Playroom, and you can't even access the home screen until you finish the game.
Nope,
like,
you can't put your account in. You can't go online. Anything. You have to play Astro's Playroom first.
I would be fine with that. Like, I kind of wish PlayStation would implement that. I wish I was good at coding, because I wish I could hack a version of PlayStation that I could like buy a PlayStation for a gift for someone, put that on there, and then give it to him. Be like, sorry,
have fun,
figure it out. No, it's a very good game. Everyone should play it.
It's an excellent game, man. I am so stoked about this Astrobot game. I'm gonna be there day one. Sony straight up lied. You realize that? Remember they were like, oh, we don't have any new titles of our biggest IP or our first party IP coming out this year.
Yeah.
Remember they said that? They lied in our faces.
Well,
They realized they got one of the best coming out in September.
But I think that's the unfortunate truth right there is they don't see this as one of their major IPs, which is so sad.
They're out of their mind.
I think after the reaction from this state of play and when this game comes out though, like I hope that changes. Like so that was another article I read on YouTube. The launch and the announcement trailer for Astrobot had 100% upvote rating on the video, and that's like,
let's go,
probably like what, tens of thousands of views if not more. 100% up, and that was, I don't know when that, I'm sure it's changed now, but then like Concord, another game we're going to talk about here, had like a 31% like with like mostly downvotes. And I'm like, what a wild, just like everyone, because they obviously were so excited about Concord being like, that was the first thing they showed off. And that's just getting all the hate. And then Astro, everyone's like, Astro, 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 just chanting.
You know what it is, I think, too, for me about the Astro series is like that, not even just Playroom, but like Rescue Mission. And, you know, now that we got Astro Bot, his literal like first full-on game coming out, that is PlayStation to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Feels like the old PlayStation.
Exactly. It feels like when they had stuff for everybody, right? They had stuff like Astro's, like what Astro's Playroom would have been back in the day, right? Your Crashes, your Spyros, your Parappas. And then they had other stuff that, you know, they had racing, they had Gran Turismo for the people who were hardcore into that. You know, they had they didn't make it, but like Resident Evil, or just, you know, things, they had stuff that ran the gamut, because shooters, now it's
action, horror, JRPGs. Right. Like they had, but like
they had a little bit of everything.
And the stuff that platformers for kids, like all this stuff.
And the stuff that wasn't like super duper serious is like it was really goofy at times. And they promoted it right alongside the serious stuff. It's like, no, we run the gamut, because now it's all like, and I'm not saying that, you know, Last of Us or Ghost or Horizon, that they're not good games and they can't be, you know, tentpoles, but it would be cool to see in between those, and not even in between as in negative, but like alongside those, more games like Astro where it's fun.
Right.
It's fun. It's kooky. It has a heart to it.
The silly side of PlayStation.
You know, right. We can still be fun and be creative, but we can also give you a Last of Us too. You know, and that I think we talk about that a lot, is they're missing that diversity in their lineup. And I think people 100%. Are starting to realize that, and they're starting to get tired of, you know, yeah, Last of Us is awesome, but I don't need every single game on PlayStation to be a Last of Us.
I don't need to finish every PlayStation game and like
hate humanity.
Hate humanity.
And question my existence.
Be in tears. Like every game is just like, all right, I'm just crying again, or I'm sad, or I'm depressed. And I'm like, I'm impressed, but I'm also depressed. Like, give me something where I can like be happy and joyful and like, oh wow, this is really fun and upbeat and, you know, enjoyable, not just like, oh wow, the world sucks, or oh wow, this is such a hard thing, or whatever. You know, yeah, I'm right there with you. I miss the old PlayStation and just, again, the silliness that they brought to the table, like Parappa the Rapper, and I don't know, I said like that, Parappa the Rapper, Crash Bandicoot, I mean, Spyro, like so many fun little, like fun cartoon little buddies who just did stupid things, and it was great. It was fantastic. So Astrobot.
I don't know, just be weird, PlayStation, be weird again.
Be weird.
It's okay. I miss the weird. And I'm not talking about your console designs. You don't have to be weird with those. You did your one weird one and we got it. We don't need another weird one with that. Just stick to, you know, conventional design. It's okay. I don't need another whatever the PS5 is. It's all right.
It's fine. It's pretty cool. I like it.
I never thought I would say this. I wish I still had my original model. I cannot stand the slim. And I think my fan is crooked because I can hear it.
I was trying to
I can hear like I can hear like when I turn it on, and you know, when it has to like play a pretty intensive game, I can hear the little in there.
Oh, weird. Have you tried like blowing it out, like getting like a little can of air? Because maybe there's just like a little like piece of dust or something stuck in there.
But no, I mean, this was like since I've first got it, I've been hearing that. I don't know if I should like take it out and like, reseat it and see if that would help.
I wonder. Yeah. Like there might just be like, there might have been something jammed in there from manufacturing, or maybe it is faulty. Maybe a bearing is gone in the fan, or maybe you should, before it's too late, call support and see if you can get like a replacement fan or something like that. Yeah.
Or it's a replacement console. Hey, can I have one of the old ones, please?
Yeah. I'll take an old one.
Do you think?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you think somebody would be crazy enough if I was like, if I put up a Slim for a trade for an original? Do you think somebody would do that?
They might. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try, right? What's the worst that happens is you just don't get any hits, and you still have a PS5 to play games on. And if you do get a hit, then you can get the old one. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Sorry.
No, I mean that's not a bad idea. I don't know.
Yeah. Just do a 1-for-1 swap.
Yeah. You're like, hey, I have a PS5 Slim and I want the fat boy.
I hate this. I hate PS5 Slim, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a funny conversation, though. People would be like I just imagine all the DMs, people being like,
why are you doing this? And I have to tell them, actually, I don't like the design of the PS5 Slim.
I hate how it looks.
I really don't like it. And I'm not the biggest fan of the original PS5, but it grew on me and it looks much better than the Slim. So.
And they have all the fun side plates for the big one. Like, do they have any side, like, extra
there's side plates for the Slims?
Is there? Okay. I thought
it's not going to help it. It's not. Changing the color is not going to help it. Sorry.
I mean, I custom cut my own side panel for mine. I have like a Death Stranding. I was trying to take it off so I could show the camera, but it won't come off. But I love it. I like my design. I cut like a vinyl cutout that I stuck on the side, and it looks
the
sick.
handprints.
Yeah, but like it was with my brother-in-law has a really high quality like vinyl sticker cutter. That's like a professional one. So it actually looks like super professional. Like if I was to sell this, like I could totally like rip someone off and be like, what the heck? My door just
What
opened.
the heck?
It's just the wind. It scared me though. I saw something moving in the camera. I'm like, what is happening? I was like, I could totally sell this as like a special edition Death Stranding PS5. Only one ever made.
One of one.
Won in a contest. No. Oh man. We should probably move on here. Concord was another thing that was announced there. And this is, as we mentioned earlier, a big old flop. At least as reception goes. It seems like the general reception is not very hot on this game. Today's State of Play revealed the first look at gameplay, universe, and characters of Concord, as well as how and when you'll be able to get your hands on the 5v5 character-driven first-person multiplayer shooter.
I'm going to take a nap while you read this one.
A beta is planned for later this year, followed by Concord's global launch on PS5 and PC on August 23rd, 2024. So it's coming out a couple months here. It's just Valorant. It's just Overwatch.
It's just Marvel Rivals. It's just...
Yeah. PlayStation is trying to do their own, and I'm not about it.
They're way too late.
Yeah. This is something that should have come out like, I don't know,
3 years ago,
5-6 years ago, even. Like, I think it could have been, the talent, like as the tail end of Overwatch before Overwatch 2
No, if it came out 6 years ago, it would have got bulldozed because that Overwatch was still in its prime. Because Overwatch came out 2016 and it was rolling for a good minute.
Okay. Yeah, maybe right then, like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, they're just late to the boat with this one. And then even like the little cinematic that they showed, I don't did like the dialogue in that was so cheesy.
I said it in when you were reacting. I'm like, what is this TV show? Yeah, what is this TV show writing that they got going on?
Yeah, it's so basically from what I understand from the teaser is all the gameplay is going to be multiplayer 5v5. So it's you and like 4 random people against 5 other random people, but somehow it's going to progress a single player storyline, which I guess they do with Destiny. Basically, it's just like the Crucible of Destiny. Isn't that one of the game modes of Destiny is Crucible? Basically, it's Crucible, but I think a lot of the actually Kajoma said that he was in the chat when I was watching his stream. I think he looked it up and he saw that a lot of ex-Bungie devs are working at Firewalk Studios. So it kind of explains it. It's basically just Destiny and Overwatch had a baby.
That's fair. And they also got to be new Bungie devs, I feel like, because old Bungie devs wouldn't make something like this. Not the ones that worked on the Halos. Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, yeah, not my cup of tea. Not super excited for it, but I don't know.
It's not my cup of tea either. And then also, exactly, to each their own. We never, you know, root for a game to fail. Never, ever. That's an insane thing to say. It's just not for us. I'm tired of seeing hero shooters, especially after the one hero shooter that I actually clicked with, you know, ended up running itself into the ground and is now a shell of its former self.
Yeah.
I'm burnt out on hero shooters. I'm good. I don't even want to play the Marvel one actually, and I'm good. I've had my fill over the years. I don't need another one.
Tapped out.
Like Call of Duty. I don't need to play another Call of Duty. I did the Modern Warfares. I did all 3 of those, and I did, you know, 2 Black Ops, and they were going to end it there. And I was like, all right, I understand what Call of Duty is. I've seen enough. I'm good.
We know what we know what's going on here.
Right.
God of War Ragnarok coming to PC. That was a rumor a couple weeks ago. And
that's quick. That's right after Ghost.
September 19th, 2024. So it's still 3 months out. But yeah.
Why are they moving at such a clip though? I wonder.
I mean, a spring one and a fall one. That makes sense.
Didn't Ghost just come out a month ago? Wouldn't that still be summer? No, I guess not.
No, summer doesn't really start till June here. We're just kind of getting the summer now. So it was like, beginning of May or whatever. So it was like the tail end of spring, and this is coming out kind of at the beginning of fall. So yeah.
So do you think we get Spider-Man into the year then?
I don't think we're getting anything
or
more
January.
This year. I think it's a next year, like a January, February release. I could see that.
Well, because they got to get that out of the way before Last of Us comes out.
Yeah, but isn't the TV series until like the end of the year? So I could see Last of Us 2 being a summer release right before the show comes out in the fall or something.
Right. That makes sense.
But we'll see. But yeah, God of War Ragnarok. The first one's already on PC. So if you haven't played it and you don't have a PlayStation, go play that one.
Do yourself a favor.
Yeah. I mean, that my review of the games were basically they're both phenomenal games, but I like the first one a little bit better. So
and that's fair.
Go play the first one. It's an incredible game, and then go play the second one because it's also an incredible game.
I think I'm the opposite. I think they're both phenomenal games, and I think Ragnarok is a little bit better than the original.
Okay. There is a little controversy around this. We could have talked about this too, but apparently you're you have to log into PlayStation in order to play this game. So it's a whole Helldivers debacle over again. But at least they're letting people know ahead of time. They're letting people know ahead of time.
The thing about this one that I'm like, okay, I agree with this is it's not a, how should I put it? It's not a multiplayer experience, right? It's a single player game. So you're not cross playing between PlayStation and you know, PC for this one.
So
and
to
you
me,
also
so
are probably
me, that makes
you're
even
getting
less
trophies.
sense though. Yeah,
but you're getting trophies.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get trophies through Steam too. Steam has trophies.
Yeah. So this is my question: is if you want people to sign into a PlayStation account, why don't they just make their own launcher?
Oh, could people lose? You know, people don't like launchers. We're going to be talking about that next article. So,
but you don't think PlayStation could get away with it?
No, especially PlayStation.
Like Epic, I understand because people already don't like Epic games, right?
No,
I feel like that's the case. But PlayStation is like a tried and true, you know, multi-decade,
but PlayStation
worldwide phenomenon brand. And if they were like, we're bringing all our games to PC on our exclusive launcher, where you have to have a PlayStation account, I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, the PC master race people are already so anti-console. The fact that they're even willing to buy a PlayStation game on Steam is kind of a miracle to me. So like when you think about it, because they're so anti like supporting, it's amazing. It's a group I've been a part of for a long time. I joined a long time ago. I'm not really a part of it now, But there's a Facebook group I'm a part of called PC Master Race, PCMR, and the posts in there are wild, like how anti-console, not just the console, the box, but just those businesses as well, is rampant. Like, it's insane how nasty they get in there, the things they say and talk about. And so to me, it's like, wow, it's a miracle that they even are buying PlayStation games through Steam. So if PlayStation was to come out and be like, hey, we got another launcher for you, I think they'd riot. They'd lose their minds over there, like, because they like, oh, like, not like you. I don't know. Yeah, they were so up in arms about Helldivers trying to add login support. I'm surprised people aren't. I mean, they are. They've been kind of ravenous a little bit over there about this too. Like, I think it'd be a step too far to be like, hey, come to our launcher as well. I don't know. This is my opinion.
Maybe I'm just viewing it through the lens of I don't have enough energy or enough motivation to care about, you know.
Oh, yeah. No, me neither.
Something like that. But
no, the PC gamers are a whole nother breed. Just, it's absolutely
I feel
wild.
like I would be too busy actually playing the games to be, you know, caring about whatever is making them all have an aneurysm. So that's just me though.
Until Dawn coming to PS5 and PC.
Now this is a weird one. I don't know what they're thinking.
It's not. I initially thought, because their whole thing is that it's been rebuilt and enhanced for PS5 and PC. But when I watched that trailer,
I didn't see anything better.
I didn't
see anything better looking at all.
I was like, this looks the same, if not slightly worse than PS4. I feel like or maybe not worse.
And it was running terribly. Was it at 30?
It wasn't running great. I was very, I don't know, shocked, because it's been rebuilt and enhanced for PlayStation 5 and PC. But I'm like, no way. Like, this looks.
I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it.
This looks exactly the same as when it first came out on PS4. I mean, and that's just saying a lot for the PS4, honestly. Like, it looked incredible on PS4 for its time. Like, it was incredible.
Oh yeah, back in the day, yeah.
But for them to say this is essentially a remake of it, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of shocked. I don't understand this at all, what they're doing.
And it's also still so recent to have a remake. Yeah,
it's absolutely wild. I don't know what they're even, like, I could see them bringing it to PC. That makes sense. But why the PS5 aspect of it? Especially since it's not actually even, like, hardly enhanced, right? I don't know.
I don't know what the play is here.
Oh, shout out to Trouser Snoucher, just rated the channel. Thank
you so much, what's up, my man?
He's that's right. If you've listened to our show before, DJ Trooz, we listen to his music a lot of times in the background of this show. Not this week, unfortunately. Sorry, Trooz. But yeah, go check his stuff out. He's a fantastic dude and makes some sick music. I love Giving Kittens in the chat says Sony made something worse. Consider me shocked.
A fair take. Can't be mad at that.
Oh man.
Also, real quick,
yes.
I don't know if he is okay with me putting his business out there, but he put it in the Discord. Shout out to Trouser. He recently celebrated, I think it was 7 years. 7 years sober.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Very cool. Congrats, dude.
Congrats, man. Proud of you, bro.
Yeah, Until Dawn. I don't know what they're doing over there. We got a VR game no one cares about. Path of Exile 2, no one cares about. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Let's go.
Here we go.
It looks so good. Oh,
it looks very good. It looks very good. Someone was saying they thought.
I'm so stoked.
Before they announced the year it was coming, someone was like, oh, maybe it could come out like later this year. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, looking at, there was a few moments where I'm like, ooh, this still looks kind of rough. But like overall, like the monsters are looking sick. Like the destructible worlds and all this crazy stuff, like bringing like mountains down on their heads, like absolutely wild.
Dude, when I saw that, my jaw dropped. Like, oh, you could use the environment to get the, oh my God, you can hit them with destructible like rocks and just stuff. Oh man. Now, the only thing that did look a little rough, which they could still fix up, is the NPCs. The NPCs that aren't in your immediate squad and like aren't your handler, they were looking real rough, and the lip sync was looking real bad. So, but also that's not the important thing about the game. So I can let that slide. Totally. I'm probably gonna look at them for maybe a total of 2 minutes. So it's whatever.
Yeah, this game looks like a ton of fun, and I'd kind of mentioned on the stream when it was live, was like I played a little bit of Monster Hunter Worlds, and I enjoyed my time, but I ultimately fell off because I mean, it's a game that's best with a community, playing with friends, and at the time, like, I didn't necessarily have that. Like, I think that was even before you were like really like part of Super Gamer Boys. Like, you might, I mean, you were a Patreon producer, I think, you may be doing it, but I didn't really know you that much. Like, we were still kind of like, oh, we were just like random internet buddies. And now it's like, oh, with this game coming out, I'm like, all right, I got Adrian. We might need to go hard into some Monster Hunter Wilds.
Dude, say the word. That's another one that I'm there day one. Are you kidding? I'm going all in on that one. I haven't had a good Monster Hunter, good hunting with the buds, hunting with the boys, trapping with the guys session. I missed out, unfortunately, on Rise, because nobody I knew had Rise when it first came out on Switch. So I had to solo that one. But oh man, there's nothing like hunting with a team. Back when when Monster Hunter 4 was the big thing on 3DS. Oh, if you could find a good online team of 3 other buddies, and you all coordinate. Okay, I'm gonna get this. I need you to get these traps so that when this happens and they get hit by this, we're gonna track them. You set up a trap over here, and you hit them with the blowgun from way. Oh man, and seeing the strap get pulled off, dude, nothing like it. Nothing like it.
So good. So yeah, look forward to that. It looks like 2025. No date, no, not even a time of year, but it's next year. Look forward.
I'll be there. Don't matter. It could be Christmas Day.
Another game that's looking rough for being a remake. Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Launches
Yikes.
October 8th on PS5, which I was excited about. I'm like, great, Spooky Gamer Boys got a game locked down. Playing some Silent Hill 2s. I've never played the original one, so I'm excited to jump into this. But boy, is it me or the graphics kind of rough in this too, right? Like, I don't know.
Very much so.
Kind of. I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of shocked for it being like a ground up remake, because we've seen some incredible stuff from well, is this Capcom or who? No, this is Konami. See, I guess that's the thing. So Capcom did Resident Evil. Yeah, Capcom's great at the remakes, but Konami, I mean,
but Konami still has the Fox. They have Fox engine. So
yeah, I guess I don't know what engine they're using for this game. Like, are they actually using Fox engine, or are they using their own separate proprietary thing, or are they just using Unreal for this? Who knows? I don't know. I was just kind of shocked by that, but overall it still looks creepy, looks spooky, looks scary. But I was just surprised. Like, the biggest thing was like the character's face, even the main character, like the main dude. I'm like, I don't know, it just like looked weird. It looked off.
You can't pull up with a ground up remake nowadays when you got models that look like Aloy and that look like Ellie, you know what I mean?
It's true.
Sitting there, and it's like, the environments are not really that big in Silent Hill. So if you're not focusing a whole lot on that, and the only other thing you have to work on is the models, I don't know if you really have much of a leg to stand on as to why they look so subpar.
Yeah. Sox7 says it's Unreal Engine 5, which that's even
less of an excuse.
Yeah,
for them then. They made the Matrix demo in Unreal 5, and look how good they look.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm no game developer, but I mean,
of course.
So far, everything we've seen from Unreal Engine 5, they make it seem like you snap your fingers and it comes out looking like freaking, top-notch AAA. I'm sure that's not true, but you know what I'm getting at. It's just like these are professionals with a tool that's very capable. It's surprising that it's not turning out the way we all thought. Like, this should have been like, like playing a movie almost. Like that's what I was like almost expecting to see, like this super atmospheric, like just hyper realistic, super creepy, whatever. But it's like, oh, this is a video game, freaking video game, you know.
Kitten says in the chat, he says, art doesn't depend on the engine at this point. It depends on your art department, which is very real. Yeah. So maybe the art department just doesn't have a handle on what's possible with UE, and they're not working.
Or for them,
they're not working hand in hand.
I mean, or it's just this is the look they wanted to go for. Maybe they didn't want to go for like the super hyper realistic. But that's just surprising. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, right? Like, I don't know.
I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like if you have all the resources and it's an exclusive, so you only have to develop for one SKU.
Yeah. I didn't realize it was Bloober Team. Stokes7 just says I have zero faith since it was Bloober.
Oh, I didn't know that. They made the medium. Okay.
Medium. But the medium looked great. It just was a weird game. It wasn't. I thought there was moments at its moments. I guess.
I thought the big deal was that, it's doing the double rendering. You render one world and render the other.
Yeah, no, now that I'm, and Blair Witch, he says, which Blair Witch also is not great. Yeah, they don't have the best.
Now you know what? Coming back to
it all checks
circling
out.
back, knowing that that tracks.
This all tracks.
Okay, all right.
Alien.
Let's keep moving.
Rogue Incursion. This game, I could care less that it's coming on PSVR 2. It's a VR title, but afterwards, after watching the trailer, I was like, I need to know: is this coming to Steam or Oculus or anywhere else? And I am happy to report that it is indeed coming to Oculus 3, Quest 3, and to Steam.
Let's go.
So I was like, shoot, I don't have the Quest. I have the Quest 2, not the Quest 3. But then I saw Steam logo. I'm like, baby, we're in. This game, it literally looks like Alien Isolation, but in VR, and I love it. This might be another one. It just says holiday 2024. I hope it's around Halloween, because again, this might be another Spooky Gamer Boys game where I stream me getting terrified, being chased by a freaking alien in VR. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm excited about that. Marvel Rivals, another hero shooter. Is this another Concord? You know?
Yep, pretty much.
Kajoma, our Patreon producer, he's been loving it. He's been playing the alpha, and he's looking forward to the beta. But honestly,
more power to him.
Yeah. So if
you're
into
not my thing anymore.
Marvel characters, go check it out. Dynasty Warriors Origins, they're back. It's been a little bit since we've seen a Dynasty Warriors. Unleashes the largest battles ever in a Muso game. And Dynasty Warriors Origin coming to PS5 in 2025. A new hero emerges to fight for the survival in intense Three Kingdoms hack and slash warfare. So if you've been missing some just beating a bunch of dudes up,
I have, good buddy. I need a Muso game, and that sounds like this is right up my alley. Let's do it.
So good. And then the last couple things were things I'd never heard of. Ballad of Antara, Infinity Nikki, and Where Winds Meet. Let me tell you, a lot of them. I think the Where Winds Meet and then the Ballad of Antaria both had very heavy Souls look to them. Like one of them, I was even like, oh, is this Elden Ring DLC? And I'm like, nope, this is I think it was the Ballad of Antara. It totally looked like some of the worlds. I'm like, this looks like Elden Ring. This is totally like the world from Elden Ring. What's happening?
I believe it.
They're just some smaller, maybe AA titles. I don't know if they're quite indie, but AA titles that are coming and you can look forward to if you so please. So that's it. That went long, but yes, that was the state of play. I gave it like a D. It wasn't a complete failure.
Wow.
But the only thing that gave it, that helped it pass, because the reason it wasn't a straight up F is because of Astrobot.
See, I gave it a C because of Astrobot and Monster Hunter.
Maybe a D plus, if that's even a thing we can do here.
Okay. Fair.
I don't know, because for me, like, Monster Hunter was sick too, but that's just how bad. It's not saying that Astrobot and Monster Hunter isn't incredible, but that's just how bad I felt about everything else.
That's fair. Yeah, this state of play was definitely underwhelming. I just don't I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried about the rest of this generation, man.
Yeah.
As I've been worried about the beginning part of this generation after most of the this generation was very front loaded, I feel like. And I think we're going to fizzle out.
Kinda. Right?
I mean, what, Horizon in the first couple years, Dark Souls in the first couple years, Spider-Man in the first, 2-3 years. What else? Returnal in the first 2-3 years. Two Spider-Man in the first couple of years.
I guess if you're talking as PlayStation as a whole, I guess, again, as this is a discussion we've had 100 times on this show, but looking at this generation, PlayStation 5, there was only like 3 or 4 actual PS5 exclusive games. So yeah, I guess it's been front loaded, but even that, like, we're only looking at like
I know. I'm speaking of like, look, I'm trying to work with the scraps we got. All right.
Yeah, I know.
Give me a little bit of a break here.
This is frustrating. Like, you can buy this box. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of other. Fortunately, there's lots of third-party stuff to be playing. Like, I'm still in the middle of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's great, but yeah, it's just a bummer when it's like, all right, we're hoping to get more PlayStation stuff, and we're not getting PlayStation stuff
until the tail end when it's time for them to start selling you the PS6.
Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.